I must have been 8 or 9, and my parents took me to see Comedy of Errors at the Palace Theatre, Manchester.
Antony Cleopatra at Stratford.
I was 9 years old. My parents had taken me to the cinema, and it was Laurence Olivier's Henry V.
I had been obviously taught Shakespeare at school, and it had always seemed dry and difficult and a problem. And
I've actually studied Shakespeare since I was quite young.
And suddenly here was this play that was just so exciting.
And I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
And I was completely entranced, knocked out.
And as a 10-year-old, I got to play the part of Macbeth in my school play.
And I was so excited by it that when we went home, I had to read the play, and then I had to perform it.
I got to cut somebody's head off. I mean, as a 10-year-old boy, you can't get much better than that.
Very simply, Shakespeare is the best theatrical experience there is. And getting to say the words and live the characters by doing the plays is the best way to unlock the door.
A few posters went up around school, and we were kind of just like, oh, Othello. We didn't really know what it was, but Miss was like nagging on us to audition.
When CJ told us one day, all of us were standing in a circle, like CJ said, people, we are going to go to London and do Shakespeare.
Since 2000, our charity has provided the logistical and financial support to enable 90,000 young people from all backgrounds to perform Shakespeare in over 250 theatres. There's no other youth drama organisation with the reach that we have across the UK.
People tend to think the festival is sort of a one-off event, just happens in October, November. It doesn't. It starts way back in January, February when we start the registration of all the schools.
We contact every school in the country to let them know that the festival is now open and that registration can now begin.
We literally contact schools throughout the whole of the UK. 8,000 schools are contacted by email, by flyer, and then they are rung and rung and rung.
I'm going on to be a head of department next year, so the first thing I did was sign up for the Shakespeare Schools Festival.
In March, we are then able to allocate those schools to the local professional theatre that they're going to be working in. It's also at that time that they're given a Shakespeare Schools Festival coordinator, specific to look after them and look after their region.
From the moment you register, you sort of guided, they hold your hand the whole way.
The next part of the process really happens around May, June time, when we deliver teacher-director workshops with our partners, the National Theatre. So every teacher will come to different regional hubs across the country. After the summer holidays, we come to give the cast workshops, and they're delivered with our partners, the National Youth Theatre, and they're actually at the specific regional theatres that the young people will be performing at.
What's really important is that it's two schools together. It's the beginning of that festival feeling. I think a really important aspect of the workshop and of the festival as well is that the young people involved learn that it's through working with others that excellence is achieved. It's not about stars, it's not about standing out.
So on one evening you could have a local comprehensive alongside an independent school, a grammar school, a special school. They all come together as one Shakespeare Schools Festival company. The festival begins in September and then goes right the way through to the middle of November.
About 13,000 pupils a year do it, so it is a huge festival.
I know that the students last year massively enjoyed that whole experience.
In the 10 years since we've been going, we've enabled 4,248 performances for Bridge Shakespeare plays.
We just had like a run through of our monologues.
God, that it should come to this. Well, I just can't believe it. I still feel like I'm dreaming. It never gets real. I mean, the only real part of it is when you're actually standing on stage and doing it, but otherwise you just feel like you're in a dream. That's how it feels for me anyway.
We always discover something more about this play in about
like a couple of hours ago, 10 minutes ago I thought we were just talking about it.
I know, it's mad. So
and we discovered a new thing.
We're still learning more about it.
Despise me if I do not. Just giving me so much more confidence, and just like with everything you do in life, like it just, and like we didn't even know each other, and I feel like I can just talk to her and be like, hey, he in good time must his lieutenant be.
Things like people skills and having the confidence to speak in front of someone when you're doing a presentation so everyone hears you. I mean, all those aspects, they go into everything.
But in that sleep of death, what dreams may come?
SSF is a new way of skilling teachers to engage with young people. We do 32 workshops across the country for teachers and then 3 for special school teachers.
A lot of the sort of activities that we've done today in the workshop I will definitely be taking back with me. Being a drama teacher as well as an English teacher, I can kind of take it and use it in both areas, so that's brilliant.
Yes, we do Shakespeare for GCSE, but to do it in this interactive kind of way and to be involved with the wider community is brilliant. I really do think it's a good thing.
The workshop and the festival as a whole really has an impact on any drama specialist, any drama teacher, any English teacher, in fact any teacher that wants to do something cross-curricularly with history, RE, because you can bring it into your lesson plans and your schemes of work.
I really want to encourage other special schools to get involved with SSF because I've just seen the children at QE2 just blossom.
It's a bit like when you open your Christmas presents, you get excited like that. Going on the stage in front of people and they cheer and clap.
I have just been overwhelmed by how brilliant they are at it. I didn't know they could do it. And we've got children who find communication extremely difficult. Put that same child on stage and they can deliver lines from Shakespeare.
Yeah, when I've done Madam I Will, every time I forget that bit.
Now he's got it.
Yeah.
The Lambeth Academy was founded in 2004 as a brand new school.
And that's why Shakespeare is so good.
It's a very diverse community. We have 32 different languages spoken here and quite a high degree of deprivation.
What SSF helps to do is to help us introduce a lot of those students to Shakespeare in one way or another. We try and do it, I teach English, so we try and do it through English, but actually to have something much more practical, and rather than go, right, we're going to read this off a page, we can, right, no, we're going to do that, we're going to get up, we're going to have a go, we're going to perform this.
Like, be a part of it and it will move you to something more positive and away from, like, especially today, because like so many young people are getting involved in like rubbish.
I think if we spent more time putting plays on with students, I think we'd probably have a lot less trouble, because it provides a wonderful opportunity for people to work together towards a common goal, and it teaches you teamwork, reciprocity, all those wonderful resilience, reflectiveness.
While I was doing the Hamlet performance, after that we actually did Othello, so, you know, the one Jasmine did. And it was, I could really connect with it compared to everyone else who was kind of lost in the language. I could really understand. I didn't just see it as a piece of script that you were reading. It was really more than that. I could see it being performed.
The other day I was having a conversation with my English teacher about Shakespeare and we were doing poetry. It was really interesting to discuss it with my teacher, and it kind of gives you a boost of confidence when you feel, I kind of understand this.
Since the Taming of the Shrew, I have moved up in a set. I've achieved better grades, and I think, especially in English, learning Shakespeare helps you with your literature and your vocabulary. And it has really helped me, yeah.
They gain confidence. They gain the ability to stand up and speak in public. They gain the ability to work as part of a team. They gain the ability to be really creative. I think those are skills that will always stand them good in their future life, and I think they're incredibly important.
I can understand Shakespeare more now, and I enjoy Shakespeare more, whereas before I was just like, Shakespeare. But now, like, if someone were to be like, yeah, I've got the Shakespeare play, I'd be like, oh, okay, then like, what's it about? I'd be more interested in it. And my diction, because with Shakespeare you have to talk like properly and like, it has to be clear. So I think I speak a bit clearer now, I think. I do. Do I?
I think the educational impact of the festival has been a profound one, and it's not just been attested to by our staff and students. We had last year an Ofsted inspection, and we were able to showcase some of the scenes from our Othello to the inspectors, and they were absolutely stunned by the quality of the performance.
And I, his lordship's sergeant.
I'm really grateful to them because I didn't realise what my students could do, and if SSF wasn't out there, then I would never have attempted this on my own.
So we're now, I think, proudly a Shakespeare school, and we thank the festival for the renewed impetus they've given us towards that goal.